Put this gum in like dip.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Spitting dip is cool. We're going?
What?
Well, this new setup.
You know we're going with the music. You heard the music. What was that?
Oh my god.
Did you break something already, bro?
This is my Fiji bottle.
Is it okay?
That I refill a lot.
It's real bubbly. Why is it so bubbly?
There's cocaine in there.
No, that's urine.
That's different. That's real nighttime freakiness. Sweat Equity Podcast and streaming show. That kind of candor you don't get on any other business podcast, do you?
What?
I sure hope not.
Certainly on comedy podcasts, but business, entrepreneurial, advice ones like this that talk to you real.
Are we still doing that?
You want to write up a new treatment? I'm down.
Yeah, this is it. We're doing it right now.
Or
the live treatment.
Fuck it, I'll do it myself. Listen to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I've been uploading the videos of each episode one by one.
Oh, no shit.
Now we can do that now.
Oh, cool.
Just started doing that yesterday. So this episode, sponsored by Zupyak, the first search-optimized AI writer. Zupyak just launched the first AI writer on the market where search data is integrated into the AI writer workflow. No knowledge needed about SEO to create content that would have been better search impact in seconds, not hours. They just added a new feature to remix you can just put a URL in and it'll remix that content for you. So you got competitors' blog posts that you just want to just change enough. Boom. Zupyak, ZUPYK.com / or promo code SWEAT, like Key Sweat. Get the hookup, holler if you hear me. And if you want other hookups, holler if you hear that. I know that annoys you, so I'm going to say it.
I don't mind that one.
We've got links to Flowdesk, Squarespace, CallRail, LinkedIn Premium, and Bloom Invoicing. Let's get this party started in our coffee talk setup.
Well, that's not what this is.
Linda Richmond Coffee Talk, of course. Hotty toddy.
The rug.
Oh, yeah.
You are listening to the Sweat Equity Podcast.
See who can go longer.
You will win. I got bad hips, man. I always envy my dad and my son cross their legs like an old Italian guy. My dad's 6'4", and he's got long legs, and that makes sense. Mine are stubby.
Oh, yeah, you probably barely get them things over.
Holding a lot of weight. There's a hair from the mic to your nose. Yeah, people love
bro,
that.
That's my life, bro.
Dog hair, dude.
That's my life.
No, I don't think I can hold this pose much longer.
I could go all day, baby.
But my son will be on his iPad like I imagine like an old Italian kid, an old Italian guy reading the newspaper. He'll do that with his iPad. And I'm like, I've always been doing that. 7 years old.
Well, we'll see who goes the longest, I guess.
Oh, no.
This is great for audio listeners.
Well, people need to check our YouTube situation out. I mean, we just won an award.
Right.
We got a plaque for 100,000 views on YouTube in a month.
That's hilarious that you took the time to do that.
I did that a while ago and forgot I did it.
Where's the million? How hard is an extra zero, bro?
I mean, if you really look at the Photoshop job I did, it's not very good. I thought that would be kind of anybody who wanted to call that out. I could be like, you could just zoom in and find out it's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
They don't give out plaques for that.
Yeah. I think if you did 1,000, it would be more obvious.
Well, I kind of wanted to, toe the line of getting some false, attaboys for us. Well, it's weird. It's funny how
Thought we could use it.
Well, people, I mean, it is kind of marketing, like promoting yourself kind of thing. Like, if you don't do that, no one will know. And if you make it too much of a joke, they'll, we already look kind of weird in our clips.
Huh?
You look like you just went to like a convention for Weekend at Bernie's.
I wish. What would that even be? Gotta bring a dead guy?
I'm just there for Jonathan Silverman.
Right. Everybody is. That's a long line,
Andrew
brother.
McCarthy?
That line's not as long. I feel like he's dead.
No.
I feel like one of them's dead.
Bernie.
Bernie, that's right. Okay, you got me.
Yeah. Now, the fact that they made a Weekend at Bernie's 2 had to be the end of the cocaine era.
Yes, no, I would say that's the height of the cocaine era.
No, it was late 90s or early 90s.
Yeah, but think about what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, but that's like...
Bring him back from the dead again.
No, but
That's cocaine thoughts at its highest peak.
And he walks under the sea because there's like a melody
And you
playing.
play a song, and then he walks around, and he's got arrow through his head.
It's like cocaine
So good.
use in True Romance. You know, like the producer and Balky are like trying to do blow.
Yes.
And it's like not that cool anymore. That's where it's at.
I disagree. I think that's the height of it.
Well, it's back.
And then
A lot of
after
people are
that,
doing
it's
it.
a slow, decline from there. But to say that's the end of it, no.
Did you see the news story?
80s cocaine purity.
Off the coast of Miami, they found a lot of white lobster packages.
That's cool.
I mean, it's still getting imported. I love that.
People are going to do it no matter what.
I know, but we couldn't make it legal.
Almost put my leg down.
You actually technically lost.
No, I didn't.
This is-
My leg, we have video of it, so that's great.
You took it off the knee.
No.
There was air between.
No. I don't think there was. The hair counts. Hair counts as contact.
How can we do what regulating body, pun intended, would allow that?
This one, I made the rules. This is my game.
Oh,
My competition.
I see how this goes. I came over to play at your house, and you have
I'm
to
gonna take
win
my
every
ball
time.
and going home.
I love Cocaine Cowboys. I've still, I did start making a list of people to reach out to instead of waiting for all these booking agents to put on these.
We're gonna have this
podcasts.
conversation again.
Well, I'm just saying Billy Corbin would be one of the top ones. Oh, man, someone's excited about new drops.
No, I've had that.
You never play it.
I play it at the end.
Why don't you wear that dress? You look so good in it.
It's not loud enough.
I want to get Bill. He's at like top of the list for me.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, you did do your special. So that's something that we've been talking about for a long time, just like Billy
Transitions.
Corbin.
It's a nice segue.
If you let me finish the sentence, you'll see how it relates.
You're both directors.
I'm saying...
That's what you're getting to. You're both producers and directors now.
Is that what I'm getting to?
Are you in the DGA?
I'm saying...
Let's see if we can get you in.
I thought you were full of shit about the stand-up special for years and years.
No.
And that is how I feel about the Billy Corbin thing. So maybe I'm wrong, is my point. You're welcome.
I'm in that. I got all discombobulated after we shot the special, and now I'm kind of...
After?
Yeah.
Oh.
Before for sure. But before was more like...
You recombobulated.
It was like... No, it felt like finals week met Hell Week in college. Like, it was kind of like that. To try to get everything done so I could, just focus on that. Yeah. And then worrying about ticket sales and all that stuff. But it was one of those things where after... I probably had COVID. I don't know. But whatever. Something bad. Something white sinusy pain and aches throughout. Just brain's not working.
Yeah.
And so I'm just feeling good enough now. Now it's more about getting routine, getting organized.
No, it's about spreading it.
No, yeah. Well, I didn't know I had it. I mean,
right.
I did
just following
test
orders.
Positive, but I don't know if that test is any good anymore.
They just keep sending them to me.
Well, I still have
making all that
ones.
money, man. That's such a fucking racket, dude. That's just a slap in the face.
Well, I mean,
tax dollars at work,
dude. I get texts from CVS that I never signed up for that are like, "Come get your COVID booster." I'm like, "Huh? Are we still doing this?"
I know.
I mean, look, I know 10 people in the last 3 weeks personally that got it, but it's one of those things where it's not the OG version. It's not like I had 4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
when I was like, "What is this?"
Chances are you're gonna get sicker from that shit.
Well, wouldn't your body get more immune as? Oh man, we're not going to get monetized.
Oh yeah,
on YouTube,
and it's not interesting, so we should just change direction.
Yeah, it's not.
But
I get a Hep B shot promotion.
Dude, didn't you go right back to it?
I'm just saying with CVS, isn't that funny? Getting a Hep C. I'm like,
yeah.
What do you think? This is just a broad.
We got a bunch of shit laying around here. You want to see what you need?
Yeah.
So I did that solo pod the other day, right? 'em spouting off about looking at the big picture.
Episode 463, if anybody wants to go back.
Trying to, we're all one, all this shit. And I was saying how, like, in today's society, looking at the sky makes you feel fucking stupid. And I was like, when I do it, go outside, stare at the sky for 10 seconds and see how stupid you feel.
That's so funny.
Right?
I told you I ran into a colleague of ours, and it was like, when I came up to park, he was staring out and up.
What an idiot, right?
And I was making fun of him. I was like, you look like Stevie Wonder, dude. Like,
right?
That's so funny, dude.
So I put that out. You know what day? Consequently, like, no, that's not the word I'm going to... Just randomly, I put the podcast out.
Yeah.
Remember what day it went out?
No.
4th of July.
Okay. What happened on 4th of July? Is there something else that happened?
What do you do on the 4th of July?
Fireworks? Yeah, but there's an event.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying somebody out there was like, fucking, this is easy. Everybody was doing it. There was fireworks. It was amazing staring at the sky.
Yeah. I mean, you're upset if you can't see the sky.
Yeah.
Are you having a feud with someone?
My
in the
point
comments?
is, no, my point is just, I felt really stupid being like, just go outside and stare at the sky for 10 seconds. And that day, it was like, okay, well, that was easy.
Oh. Well, that's probably my fault on the timing because I forgot to post it after you sent it.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Well,
it doesn't matter either way. It's just a fun coincidence.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, it's good to have that kind of whimsical every now and again. Like, just go outside without your phone and appreciate what's around you.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, that's kind of why we go camping, really, is to like do that experience of like, call it a dumb experience, dumb everything down. Like,
well, yeah, I mean,
I'm saying if you have a smartphone,
yes,
inverse, yeah,
it's. I mean, that's a whole different rabbit hole, connecting with what's out there and all that.
My left leg's falling asleep. I'm trying to hold this position on my knee. This is like when I'm taking a shit for too long.
See, now I'm settled in. I could sleep like this.
You got good hips, bro.
Thank you.
You're flexible.
Finally, you mention it. Jesus.
Well, I don't know how you salsa. I think I got you there.
No, you don't.
Oh. Bro, I will out salsa the shit out of you.
Oh my God.
I'm so much more Latino than you.
That's hilarious. That's just so stupid for you to say.
I mean, it's just correct. I know it's hard to hear, even with headphones on.
No.
So I thought there was breaking alien news or something. I thought that's what you're leading to.
Oh, no. I've been watching a lot of Skinwalker Ranch. Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch. It's a TV show now. I'm sorry, I used your Hulu login to watch it. Hope they weren't listening, Hulu. But Skinwalker Ranch is a place in Utah.
It's cool. If Hulu looks at us and they're like,
I know it's
these
worth
guys,
it.
These gay guys are definitely together.
It's worth it. These two Jews.
Oh man, I got called a Jew on TikTok.
That's the only reason I'm saying it.
Pushing one of the videos, and then he fired back again. He goes, I said something. I always just say something like, "Thanks, I appreciate it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "A Jew would say that," was his reply. And I was like,
"They are polite."
Again, thanks. Like, you're not. This is a compliment to me. I just think it's funny, like a faceless, nameless TikTok account that's mad that we're making fun of UFC fans had to. Someone called me. I rode the short bus or something, and I was like, "Yeah," and I licked the window. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for the views, brother.
I find that I giggle at myself replying back to bad comments.
I know. It's so crazy. It's so weird.
I guess
it's got to be bad though for society that the negativity gets that sort of traction.
Well, it's anonymity committee. Amityville horror show.
Yep.
It's
You sure about that?
It's being anonymous, but I can't fathom taking the time as I'm doing it. I think it's very not cathartic, but it's not. People aren't thinking when they're doing it,
Maybe it's a good release. Maybe it's something that
Yeah,
people are doing it, and if they don't get that out, they go even worse. They bottle it up, and then bottle overflows.
I guess I think of it analytically.
it's
Like
good.
I can't think of the time that I would want to spit. I will put good comments now. That's my new jam. I actually put like genuinely like if I see comics like clips,
Yeah,
I'll just say something nice instead.
that's how. I mean, that's how it should be.
I know.
know?
Well, I hear comics talk about it so much that you can't read the comments. And look, they're dealing with it thousands of times a day if they do look at it. But it's like, either like maybe we did marketing so much that you just know it's not a thing. Like these people don't exist really.
Yeah,
I mean, they do, but they don't.
yeah, you're not real people.
I mean, some faceless guy on TikTok's not going to ruin my day. Trying to get at me. Someone else posted. There's a lot of nasty stuff from that UFC clip.
Oh, I didn't look at any of it.
No, I think it's funny. I reply back just to get the algo, just to get more views on it.
Yeah, true.
But it's like the only way you can sting me is like if you know me personally and I did something I was supposed to do and didn't.
Yes.
That's like.
I mean,
really,
I would like to think our lists are respectively very short.
right.
It's like even the kids can hurt your feelings, and that'll be like that probably for the rest of our lives.
Oh, they've been calling me fat all last week.
Well, you're fat.
I am. I got down. I went from 217 10 days before the special, and I immediately
And then you
just
drank water.
And then I pigged out as soon as we were done.
Yeah.
Plus, I was like, I'm sick, and I just rewarded myself, which is a bad habit system. Plus, like,
My metabolism needs to get going again.
no, when you're just like, fuck it, I'll just get whatever the kids want. I'll get high and eat it later.
Yeah.
Bag of Doritos, man, I could fucking pound a Cool Ranch, family size, no problem.
Man.
Not even thinking about it. That's the
If
new.
you're gonna
like,
do it, go bit. Get something real good.
oh yeah, but that's the thing. It's not thought through.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
just like impulsive. Just please, I'll get them whatever to just let me like close my eyes for 10 minutes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then when I felt better later, you went.
Yes.
But I mean,
Thank
I won
God.
already. But
Yay. So the breaking news on Aliens is that I watched all of the Skinwalker Ranch.
oh, I'm
last
210
season.
pounds just to close that.
Oh, okay, good. I was waiting to write it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back down. It's gonna happen. No booze for a while.
Down to what?
I want to get to 187 at some point this year.
Why?
I have.
Because it's
That's
the
like
cool number of homicide.
the best shape I was in. I was 187.
About 186, though. Did you ever think about that?
Maybe if I get to 187, I'll give it a try.
Consider it,
It's for Bert Emanuel, dude.
even.
He was 87, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure. It's for Gronk.
Do you want to hear about Skinwalker Ranch or not?
Yes. Just I'm stuck on Skinwalker. Just sounds creepy.
So the Skinwalker part is like a Native American lore that they have these things. Think Bigfoot, sort of.
yeah.
These things apparently
Chupacabra.
they're nastier. Skinwalker Ranch is crazy, dude. They have all sorts of insane shit that happens there. They're to the point now where they've like located a spot on the ranch.
Let
me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Location.
I already said it was in Utah. If you're paying attention.
No.
Okay, it's in Utah.
Because
So
aliens are gay.
it used to be owned by Robert Bigelow, who owns
Male
Bigelow Aerospace, Deuce Bigelow's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so he owned this and worked with NIDS, which stands for the National something
NIDS?
Defense something, NIDS, and
Sure, it wasn't grids.
for years and years, like this guy Robert Bigelow, the place was on lockdown, and actually Joe Rogan tried to go to it remember when he did Joe Rogan's Questions Everything?
Yeah, with Duncan.
Him and Duncan went to the front gate to try and see what was going on. That's when he owned it, and then it just kind of went away, and he sold it to this guy Brandon Fugel, who's like obviously super rich, and he's the nerd boss that comes in every once in a while and has to, put his stank on things.
Okay.
You know, I was watching season 4, episode whatever, 15, and he goes, "Guys, I think something bizarre is going on here." Like,
Oh, he's playing it up?
no shit, Brandon.
Oh.
Like,
You think it's genuine, he's saying that? Or is it like reality
that's the thing.
TV?
That's the problem with the show. I've thought about this a lot because what they're seeing there is absolutely crazy. Like the straight up shit that they got.
Like what? Hit me.
Here,
with
this
your best shot.
image that I actually can pull it up on the thing. That's a LiDAR scan of the property.
LiDAR.
LiDAR
What does that acronym stand for?
is laser. Hold on, I have that too. Laser something.
Infrared? No. You can't.
Laser imaging detection and ranging. So basically, what it does, they took a drone and it shoots lasers down and it images what it sees.
Gotcha.
So like this thing that of course, that's the worst. Let me zoom in. So like this becomes very high resolution. If there's
Was it like that hair helmet?
If there's a building here, what are you talking about the hair helmet for?
Because it had a bunch of little lasers on it that would just.
No, it's not that cool. It's not as cool as the laser helmet. So they fly this drone around and it does its sensing and it shows it basically, if it did this room, it would show what the room looks like. The desk would be green and it would produce this image, right? Mm-hmm. And they do this and it produces this black hole with a perfectly red circle outlining it. Mm-hmm. And the people who make the technology, they don't understand how that happens, why it would be not sending back any information. But the guy, Travis Taylor, who's like a rocket scientist, he was on the government's UAP task force. He was the science advisor guy. Uh-huh. And he's been on the show the whole time, but like just revealed that he was on this task force. He was like, that could be the shadow of a wormhole. Like that's what it would look like. That's what a wormhole would look like if it happened. And that's just one thing.
So I just put it in ChatGPT to ask what a black reading on LiDAR would be. Let's see. The black reading typically indicates the absence of a return signal. This can happen for several reasons. Absorptive surfaces. Right.
That means the surface. But okay, they're shooting it at the ground. Remember,
some materials absorb the laser pulse instead of reflecting it back.
Right. So what absorbs lasers though?
Diffuse reflection. Mm-hmm. Surfaces that scatter the laser pulses in many directions might not send enough light back to the sensor. Mm-hmm. Distance and angle. Mm-hmm. If it's too far away or an angle that doesn't reflect the pulse back to the sensor, we can get a black reading. Atmospheric conditions, dust, fog, rain, or other atmospheric conditions can scatter or absorb the laser pulses. And then sensor issues, malfunction or misalignment.
Right.
See, that's where my brain goes with all this stuff immediately. I
know, but did you hear any of what you just said?
No, I got it.
So what that means is that either the whole thing would be like that, or none, because there's nothing special on the ground over in that specific design, or whatever you want to call it. Like,
well, my other hater part of me is like, how do we know that's not in Photoshop?
That's a level of skepticism that can't overcome that. Like, what if they're faking the whole thing?
No, okay. I'm just telling you, this is like my first thought about like just an image like that. That's where my head goes.
Well, on the show, they show it through their own computer software. I don't know. Maybe it is Photoshopped. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, they could Photoshop all the shit.
So what if there is a black hole?
They have video of orbs flying into the mesa that surrounds the property, which is a giant, basically like a small mountain of rocks.
Love a mesa.
And it like flies down in through it, out of it, and not really explainable. They have, so like the fun thing for me is Dr. Travis Taylor loves to shoot rockets. every episode. If you want to do a drinking game, take a drink every time he mentions shooting a rocket.
How many seasons of this is there?
4.
4. But 15, you said 15 eps in one season?
No. I watched everything they got on Hulu. So, like, I think episode 15 was the last one of season 4.
Wow.
Where Brandon Fugel's coming in trying to be like, hey, something weird's going on.
Cliffhanger.
But they got legit people coming in on this stuff. The guy's calling it. Oh, one crazy thing is they were shooting rockets, whatever, doing an experiment, and black helicopters fly in. They have it on video. They have a whatever software it is that will show what aircraft are transponding. Mm-hmm. Like all aircraft have to have a transponder on them, so to show where they are, so they don't hit somebody. The military, like there's no military bases close by, and they say these.
Fix your mic, man. You're popping.
Am I?
Yeah.
My bad.
Twist it. So the front. Yeah, you're talking on the side. I think it's when you get a little loud.
Sorry, get excited.
Oh, so much better.
I can't.
Yeah, it would blank out.
The black helicopters.
Good to do 25
out of nowhere.
minutes.
I know, like, why stop now?
Well,
you just worked up the courage to say something?
I just really noticed it. I was like, oh, I think it's because of the side. Keep going. Yeah, so helicopters, transponders.
Yeah, they had crazy black helicopters flying in. They brought in the...
Why they gotta be black?
Sorry, African-American helicopters. But they weren't transponding. Like, crazy shit like that it's like, hey, you watch the whole thing, and it's like, it gets to a point where if you can get through the annoying reality TV show setup that they do, because there's absolutely these canned situations, because they got a head of security named Dragon.
And they made him a character.
Right. And then he's got a fucking ginger sidekick, and you could tell these guys are not, they're there to repeat back to the idiots watching what's happening.
Well, they do on the fly interviews kind of style.
I mean, yeah, on the fly.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, it's just single person.
Yes.
Like Real World was like the first to do it. You go in a booth but they would ask questions, and when my friend Carrie, she was a producer at E, she was telling me you have to get them to say the answer back with the question, with part of the question in it. And that's how you have to start every answer. Right. So you can explain everything. Mm-hmm. And that's how a producer gets to manipulate what's going on. Yeah. But it's like, that style bumps me. Like
it does, but think about what, because I thought about it. I was like, what's the alternative that they're just kind of presenting it documentary style? Like
it's not going to get the masses.
Exactly. It's not like people sort of need it fed to them that way, and like, this thing where it's like, well, it's obviously fake because it's like that. Well, it's not necessarily like that. They're just trying to make it so you can pay attention long enough.
You just made me think of like chicks are always like, I just need something dumb to like turn my brain off. I'm like, why does it have to be Kardashian bullshit?
Right.
Like it's just a bleep every 5 seconds. Like that. There's many other things out there. You can just put on music. So that's not visual. You could watch Naked Attraction and look at uncircumcised penises on a dating game show.
What?
You haven't watched Fatal Attraction?
Fatal Attraction?
I mean, Naked Attraction?
What?
Sorry.
You sure about that?
No.
I've told you about that, right?
You just did.
It was a big show. It was in the UK. It came over here like, I don't know, 8 months ago. I think it's on Netflix. And it's a dating show where there's 6 people, but they show their genitalia first.
For real?
Yeah. And it's UK people. So you're thinking like I was going into it, like, okay, this would be cool. And it's like nasty UK women, and you're like, ugh. Mm. And like just choosing by pussy lips is pretty interesting though. Huh. Yeah. Because
just vagina?
That's the first round. Is like they eliminate one,
What's next? Butthole?
Show their titties. Yeah.
No, check that out.
It's a really intelligent show.
Yeah.
But it's like
I want to launch a rocket through it.
when it's the girl that's the
That's Dr. Travis Taylor.
I want to launch a rocket through it.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know his voice. That's why I almost believe Lazar more because he's boring. You know, that seems more genuine. Like he's not a showman. He has to get other guys on Rogan or anything else to kind of help him, you know, communicate the story entertaining way.
I mean, it's only like more and more people just coming out, more and more people, and it's going to get to a point where it's like, why are they doing this again? Yeah. They're all making this up. Why would they do that? Like, you could go back. There's other people from like, I watched a thing that was like 2 hours long, an interview of a guy, and we'll have to talk about it another time probably, about this guy who like interacted with an alien for months and months and like all this shit. And like, you watch it for 2 hours and you're like, this guy didn't go back on anything. He didn't change anything. Like he had an answer for every question. It was like, damn, man.
And
like,
and there's the same questions.
There's so
same
many
answers.
Right. But there's just so many instances where it's like, you know, something happened to these people or these people saw something and there's not a whole lot of benefit. If anything, it's incredibly negative to talk about. You know,
you did get me thinking about you. All this cool alien talk has seeped into my everyday life.
It is cool.
UFOs are so gay, dude.
You keep saying gay.
I know. I just want to have a hot take.
I just want to say to all the gay listeners out there,
please.
He means it as an insult.
No.
Yes, you do.
I mean, it's happy.
Right. See what I did?
This UFO stuff, it's the pits. No, it's one of those things where I was watching Oppenheimer. I finally got around to watching it.
Me too.
Got me thinking, and I did no further research. I wanted to wait until we talked about it. Area 51 is in New Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the first instances of a lot of stuff come out of there, like around the end of the Los Alamos testing city, right? So
yes.
Do you think there's some kind of connection with the two things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where Roswell is to Los Alamos, but I assume that's not the only spot they used. I didn't look into it, but
you know, okay, so there was definitely the event in Roswell that like turned attention on, but there's like stuff before that like indicates many, like it's been happening for a while.
Roswell's the most famous, at least in the 90s.
But when it comes to like, there's absolutely, whatever this phenomenon is, an interest in nuclear facilities, nuclear weapons. Like I talked about it many episodes ago, but like there's stories of they were firing they said it was a dummy like nuclear payload test missile, and 3 orbs came around it, shot it with laser beams, and it fell, like completely disarmed it, which I find comforting.
Yeah,
think about it.
Well,
it's been how many years since a nuclear bomb was used?
1941 to now?
It's like almost 80 years.
Something like that.
Almost 80 years on it. So like,
I mean, no huge one, at
No, I mean, there's been nuclear bomb testing.
Right.
Which will blow your mind. How many do you think how many nuclear bombs have been dropped ever?
Not that many. I'm saying like.
Guess though. Hold on. Guess.
Counting the testing?
Yes. In counting the testing.
It's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a shitload.
It's like
thousands.
Yes.
Because
I first saw that, I was like, holy shit, for real?
I just saw a map of all the countries, like a infographic, all the countries that have nuclear weapons, like bombs like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
My point being, it's been 80 years. Like, I kind of think nuclear disarmament has already happened against our will. Like, I think that
now one of these aliens are like America for the universe. You know, we're world police, but now we got universe police.
Well,
universe pigs.
Part of the story that they say is like the use of nuclear anything, like splitting of atoms, affects things that are not seeable by us in terms of like a potential multiverse. Like, apparently it could have effects on things that we don't understand.
Or it's it exists like a gas, like that one. What was that one movie? Like the aliens, like Amy Adams one, where it's like it's like something we can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
Or like The Abyss, if you want to go 80s.
I mean, it's going to be something weird.
The Abyss rules.
I've heard theories that, there's
Shout out Ed Harris.
There's like superhumans that live in Antarctica and have essentially time traveled there. I just was listening to a thing like that. Very compelling argument. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I
was watching a documentary about the Hollow Earth. Oh, wait, that was Kong versus Godzilla.
Okay.
But I was,
good documentary.
Still the good theory.
Have
you been to the middle of the Earth?
Anything could be possible. You know how deep the biggest hole? I think we've talked about this. The deepest hole ever drilled. It's like 9 miles or something.
Yeah.
It's like not even close.
Oh yeah.
Not even fucking close. Like,
or how much of the sea we've gotten?
Yeah.
We know of.
We know shit.
Right.
Like there could be a giant cave that leads into a hollow Earth. I don't know. I'd like to say, I was going to say, I don't know if it's scientific, but what the fuck do I know? Science.
I mean, look, I like that you keep me open to possibilities, but I'm going to go with, the 5 agreements kind of line is like, I'll listen, but with a skeptical ear.
Again, you don't understand that rule. God damn it.
I just wanted to see.
You don't get it.
See, you just go, fuck.
It's nothing to do with being skeptical about aliens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's what I didn't read it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's about.
That would be.
I read the headline of it.
That would be like me calling you fat all the time.
Man,
but you're skeptical because you knew that I was fat as a kid and I'm just working stuff out. That's what that means. Is like you're skeptical because the person has their own story and that's why they're saying that.
I didn't hear anything after you called me fat.
God damn it.
I listened with a fat ear.
You should, fatty.
A jelly fat ear.
Maybe I'll just keep calling you fat till you listen.
Actually, that helps shame me. So.
Oh, okay.
With like everything,
up,
I'm positive reinforcement except for like anything fitness, health related.
Okay.
The shaming helps.
Okay.
We need to shame more people.
All right, you fat piece of shit.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I mean, as a country, we need to shame each other a little bit more.
All right, you fat pieces of shit.
Right.
You're welcome.
Well, it's like 60% of the country obese.
Yeah, it's not good.
Man, but those fucking Cool Ranch Doritos, that's science. That's some science I want to talk about.
Yes.
Like that shit's
that's
like
a phenomenon
cigarettes.
I can get behind.
That's some cigarettes, dude. That's like that the way they've manufactured this to like you're gonna eat a whole bag, you're not even gonna be full somehow.
Right.
And like you actually want more.
Yes.
If the roof of your mouth isn't cut up.
Diabolical science
it's
there.
Fucking crazy though. Like food, if you go in the grocery, stick on the outside, they say. Uh-huh. But all that stuff on the inside aisles usually is the bad junk food.
Yes.
And so it's like when you're like Cheetos, macaroni, and cheese. What are we doing here? I don't like these fusions of like this. It's getting so egregious. I saw Dunkin' Donuts spiked drinks. Uh-huh. This isn't like a novel. This is a Publix. This is not novelty. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, right? Are you about to bust?
This is how fat you are. Okay. We're talking nuclear disarmament.
God, I want a big Buford from Checkers.
Life, world-changing possibilities. Where did it end up?
All right, we got a black hole.
Doritos.
Let's go back to the black hole.
Let's go back to Doritos.
Black holes are interesting.
I didn't bring up any black holes.
Didn't you say that could be a black hole?
A wormhole.
A wormhole. Isn't that the...
No, that's different.
I thought one is a category of the other.
In theory, a wormhole is a...
transportation tube.
The thing they always use the event
an interstellar.
The metaphor, yes, the piece of paper. You got two piece of paper, and you fold it in half, and that's your wormholes where they meet. Called Einstein-Rosen bridge.
Whoa. See,
I watch Hulu, bro.
If you're getting into the physics part of it, that's interesting.
Well, I'm just...
You got to explain it to me like I'm 5.
Well, that whole thing, at Skinwalker Ranch, the way they've scanned and they have like this crazy, like 30 feet above the ground is something that affects what they're doing. And they've caught it on high-speed camera. It looks like a cloud. Like if they shoot a rocket that's supposed to go straight up, they go whoop, and they go to the side of it.
Yeah.
They shot a laser through it. The laser goes up to it, stops, and then goes on the other side, which, according to our physics, is impossible.
Interesting.
Tell you what you should do. Just watch whatever the recap episode on Skinwalker Ranch is, where they do all the crazy shit that's come across.
Yeah.
And just be like, okay. I mean, ignore the production.
It's tough, man.
But this is jam packed. So
Do you work for
one
them?
after another.
You're
I'm not a CIA plant. Stop saying that.
a brand ambassador is where I was going.
I'm not a plant for the CIA.
Okay. I didn't say that. Did you say that? You just said that.
No, nobody said it.
I didn't hear anything.
Me neither.
Went into Black Hole Sun.
Yes.
Black Hole Sun.
Perfect.
Where'd you go? Wash away the pain. This episode's over.
Okay.
It is over.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you got that curb music? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, see, yeah, I know.
New outro.
Why is it so low?
Maybe it's an alien.
It's a banger, though.